This video is created to explain papertrail with a specific focus on document groups and teams. From the login page, go ahead and enter your DWR username and password. From there, we'll be at the main menu. And for this video, I'll be discussing document groups here and teams here. We'll start with document groups. Document groups are groups of documents. They're essentially documents that have some sort of association that is useful to be grouped with and is helpful for later purposes. So document groups can be saved and then returned to and viewed as a group. The two links on this page is to create a new document group and to view or edit existing document groups. All document groups fall under three security categories. There is public, private, and team. We're not seeing team yet because there's no teams built, but that will be in a little bit later in this video. Private means only you, the logged in user, can ever view or access the document groups. Public means everyone who can log into papertrail can view and access the document groups. And then team is the happy medium, where say you have a team of one other person or 5 other people, just a collection of people who you want to be able to access the document group. So we'll talk about teams in just a little bit, but let's go ahead and create a new document group. How about a couple private document groups? When you click the Create New Document Group button, it takes us to the search page. In fact, the search page itself is explained in a different video, and if you haven't watched that video already, I recommend you do so. It'll explain how the search page works. Basically, it's the same thing as hitting search from the main menu, except we also click this link to create a document group. That opens up this box for us to name the group, add a description, and then define the security. Again, once teams are created, there will be a third option under security for teams with a drop-down. We'll see that later. Okay, I'm going to create a group called MDs for 1403 and 1301. The description is not required, but I'm going to just paste in the same group name and say it's private. If we hit create, it tells us to create, we need to at least select one document. So I will run the filter for 1403 MDs, and down below is our list. I'm going to order that listing in ascending order by MD number. And as I click the checkboxes on the far left, we see the group of pending documents starting to add in the Create Document Group box. I'll take the first 4 from 1403 and 1301. I'll add a few MDs as well. The great thing about document groups is that you're not confined to one specific specification. You can actually have groups that have documents from different specifications. Alright, so I ran the filter for 1301. And I'm going to add, let's just add a few MDs from here as well. Alright, going to create the group. The group was created. I'm going to just add one more group called random group. Make it a private group. I'll take MD1. Let me add a few other document types. Say a few serial letters. The nature of these groups is not important, it's just for making the video. Alright, so we have a couple groups made. I'll go back to the main menu page, hit document groups. Now let's view those groups. Security, if I hit public, there should not be any groups still. But if I hit private, boom, now we have the two groups I just created. MDs for 1403 and 1301, and random group. Here's the first group, where it gives us sort of a log, a listing. We can change the group name if we want. We can change the description, or we can add additional documents to the group. So I'll go ahead and add an additional document. Takes us back to this page, and let's add an email from 1403. Okay, and that adds automatically. You don't have to click a button to say add document to group. Let's go back to document groups, view and edit, and then check to see if that email got added to the group, and sure enough, here it is. The other group was the random group, and here's that group. Whenever you see the navy blue G as in Gulfstream, icon that you can click, it will actually list out the group membership page for that specific document. So let me go ahead and do that for this serial letter, and it takes me to the group membership page. This serial letter 1 from 1301 is only a part of this one group called the random group with the description. It's a private group. Go back to the previous page. Oops. And now I'm going to select random group, but I'm going to click on the G for list out all the group memberships for MD1 from 1301. And if I do so, you notice that MD1 from 1301 is a member of both groups. The first group, MD, and the second group we created. This can be a helpful tool because all the documents in a group have something in common. However, documents in a group may have something in common with documents in another group if there's a common document in both of those groups. Sort of like a second tier or a second sort of an acquaintance, not just a best friend. All right. Next I want to talk about teams. So we click on teams and we can view and edit teams. However, just like the groups, there was no teams until we started. However, once there are lots of teams, then we can select all teams are my teams, and there's also a filter for names and descriptions to help find a specific team. Okay, let's create a team, and to do so, we entered a team name and description. I'm just going to call it Blue Team for now, and then we add some team members. Alright, so those are my team members. Then I have to decide if they have team admins. They're a team admin or they're a document admin. Team admin, you can read the description by clicking the question mark, but team admin allows team members to add and remove other team members from the team. And doc admin allows users to add and remove document groups from the team. So I will give all the team members document admin status, but I will remain the only team admin. And there has to be at least one team admin member in the team. Alright, created the team, and let's go ahead and add one more team. And so I'm adding a couple team members to green team, and let's just leave it like that. Alright, let's go ahead and view the teams by clicking on the view/edit team link, and here are the teams. There's the blue team and the green team. If the icons for status show I'm a team member, a team admin, and a doc admin for both teams. If I click on the blue team, it brings up an edit page, so I can change the team name or the description or any of the privileges or even remove team members. Let me remove myself from document admin and save the changes. And when I do, I should not see the little document icon here because I'm no longer document admin. Also in this table, it lists out the number of team members and document groups. Alright, time to add a new document group as a team, not as a private group, not as a public group. And as I mentioned before, now we have this option for team. And my only option is the green team because remember, for the blue team, I disabled my doc admin status. Alright, so I'm going to create a new group for the green team. Let's choose 1301 because I know there's a lot of documents there. Construction estimate. And then I'll just take a few construction estimates, add it to that team. Oops. Okay, I'll just and creating the group. Alright, so we go back to document groups, and now I can select team, and then it allows me to select a team, either a blue team or a green team. The green team doesn't have any document groups to it, and neither does the blue team, which there should have been. All right. So green team, and then I create the group. Oops. I'll call it serial letters for 1301. Okay, group created. That looks good. Let me go back to my document groups, view groups, select security as team, and then the green team has this document group, serial letters for 1301. And those are the documents in that group. I can delete, I can add additional documents the same way we've seen that. I can delete the group, and when I delete the group, that removes it. And then also I can delete the team by clicking on team, clicking edit, clicking on the team, and then there's a button right down here for delete team. If I delete team, it asks me, am I sure, because it involves not only deleting team, but also deleting all the document groups associated with that team. One last thing to point out is the green team now has a 1 here under document groups because we added that document group to the green team. All right.